delighted to welcome you all to the 7th edition of Orange City Literature Festival, powered by Raisoni Foundation. Today's workshop is on the heroes of this story, on story. Together we will build a villain who think they are heroes. Our guest is Saurin Desai, an author, poet, storyteller, and the head writer at Kyan Entertainment, where he creates animation shows for children. He also teaches creative writing and loves helping young storytellers discover their own stories. So let's get started. Please welcome Saurin Desai. Please give him a huge clap.
Now, I want you to tell me the difference between being wrong and being evil. What do you think is the difference between being wrong and being evil? Any guesses? Any thoughts?
When somebody is wrong, they probably look to the mistake and take a look, and they know that they can improve it next time.
Okay.
But when one's evil, they know they are doing something wrong, but they don't pay heed to it, or they don't pay attention to it and keep doing it again. That's what makes them evil.
What if the person who's wrong does not know that they are wrong, does not accept that they are wrong, because they think they are right? Then what is the difference between being wrong and being evil? Is that when a person is wrong, okay, in their head they are right. Okay, which means that they do not think that they are wrong. Others may see what they are doing is wrong, but they think that what they are doing is right, because it's so subjective, right? But whereas evil is what you said. Evil is something that it's like, okay, evil, and so then you can give it a religious context, you can give it any other context, but that is inexcusable. However, in humans, for instance, there is no concept of true evil, because you will never find anyone who honestly believes that they are doing something wrong and they will continue to do something wrong. Anyone and everyone will justify why they are doing what they are doing. Even Ravan will justify it, even Hitler will justify it. Everyone you can think of. If you talk to them, they will say, circumstances made me this. What can I do? Had I been born in a different place, with a different family, in different circumstances, I would also have been like that. But I was not. I was unlucky. So what do you want me to do? Die? I would rather, I need to survive. I did what I had to do, and today I am what I am. And that is why you will also find that a lot of people who, quote unquote, do a lot of wrong, also tend to help a lot. Because they tend to use that to feel, see, I'm not actually a bad person. I just can't help it. Right? That's what it is. But the point is, we might judge them. Who's to say if we were in their place, we would not do the exact same thing? Who's to say that? And that is what makes it so interesting. I'm not talking about morals, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about characters. So, understand that when you create a character as an antagonist who is in opposite to the protagonist, your hero, when you create that antagonist, you have to make that antagonist as relatable, as interesting as your hero, probably even more. Right? And how can you do that? You have to relate to them. You have to get the audience to be able to, the reader to be able to relate to them and be able to say, I don't agree with what she's doing, but I understand why she's doing what she's doing. If you can get that, you have a fantastic antagonist. If you have a very good antagonist, your protagonist has to then be better than the antagonist, so you'll have a much better story. Simple. Right? From now on, anything you read or watch, see this. If you enjoy it, there's a good chance that the antagonist is very interesting. Okay? Alright, so let's get started with the enough of conversations, let's just get going. Okay? So, fear, pride, injustice. Let's look at these three keywords. Fear, pride, injustice. Okay? You all have notepads? If you do not, you just ask for one. We have some worksheets. We'll share those as well. Unfortunately, they've been printed a little off. but it's okay, we'll make do with what we have. But if you need a notepad, pencil, pen, just ask. Just keep the worksheet with you. I will tell you what to do with that. Okay, on your notepad, write down fear, pride, injustice. Fear, pride, injustice. Done? Quickly. Come in. Sit. Just grab a seat. Okay, so on your notepad, you write these three words: fear, pride, injustice. Enough, just help them out here. This is getting started. Thank you. Okay, now from these three keywords, choose one that you connect with the most. Fear, pride, injustice. Just circle one of them, one of these three. Done? You circled it? Okay. Now this becomes the villain that you are going to create. This becomes their root cause, their root, their core, their essence. Okay. So whatever you circle is now, from now on till the next 1.5 hours, this is what you are going to play with, this word. Doesn't matter what you choose. All three are equally powerful. Okay? Anyone operating from fear, pride, or injustice, feeling of injustice, is likely to do something wrong but think that they are right. Okay? So they are all equally valid. Alright, done? Now, start thinking of in your own life. It's always good to work from your own life. We've all been through these three emotions at some point in our life, and while we were kids. Okay, anyone who's not? Okay, so I want you to write down three words or choose one. Choose any one word. What happened was not right, but we couldn't do something about it, right? So, whichever word you've chosen, I want you to write down three moments from your life that you've noticed, you've observed, you've experienced, where you had that feeling of fear or pride or injustice for yourself. Quickly, three moments. Right from your childhood till now, three moments in your life where you've experienced that any one of these three. Whoever's written pride, change it to arrogance. Arrogance. Okay? Okay. Done? Everyone has three moments? Yes. Anyone wants to share one of those moments? Anyone? Share.
I got second.
So, what's your keyword that you've chosen? Arrogance. Okay. Did you or do you know anyone around you who was likewise won something, a medal, got something, but instead of feeling humble about it, they went around saying, you know what happened? I won this. Have you won anything? Have you ever had anyone do this? Have you ever seen anyone do that? No. So then you should choose some other word. What about fear? Have you ever felt fear? So circle fear and write down a moment when you felt fear. Okay?
Personal.
If you don't want to share it,
It is about the difference between boys and girls, especially when they are born, and in our society, the girls are younger boy, younger brother.
perfect. That's actually very powerful. Yes. Okay. So we all understand injustice. We all understand and have experienced fear and arrogance. Got it? Done? Anyone? Yes.
Sir, our school is racing is going on. That I has got second prize, but sir not said.
That's not shared. Okay, don't do anything about it. Sir will give it to you. Okay. So now let's start with the worksheet. Okay, take your worksheets. The printing is a bit off. It's run into more pages than needed. It's okay, we'll manage. Okay, so on the worksheet, can I have one worksheet? So on the worksheet, you will see a name of your villain. So now, whatever name, fear, injustice, whatever you mentioned, that is the heart of your villain. That is the reason your villain has become the villain. Okay? Done? Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to think of a villain, the name of a villain. It's okay, you can change it later. Just think of a villain. Your villain, not something you've read, not something you watched. You're creating your own villain, and that villain need not have a very fancy name. It can be put down a name. Any name that you think your villain could have. So you have to decide male, female. Okay? Don't talking to each other. No copying. Just choose a name. You can change it later. You can make yourself a villain if you feel like it. No problem. And you put down names. Your villain's name on. Okay. Next, age. You need to give your villain an age. Again, you can change it later if you feel like. Right now, just decide an age. Put down any age. Just put it down. Done? Now, the world means where do they live? Are they on Earth? No talking, Bidja. What happened? Can ask me. See, if you keep talking, then you will miss out what the exercise is, right? Okay, not talking, please. Okay. World means, are they on Earth? Are they on some other imaginary planet? Are they on Mars? Are they in Nagpur? Are they in Mumbai? Are they in USA? Are they living on the moon? Where are they? And when are they? Is it 2025? Is it 2050? Is it 1900? Okay, so that's the world. Very quickly in one or two lines. Where are they? When are they? And role. Role means who are they? Are they a student? Are they, the leader of that planet, that city, that country? Are they a historian? Are they a banker? What are they? What's their role in the story? Okay? So, if you're, for instance, writing about your own self, you want to turn yourself into a villain, then you know exactly who you are. You are either a student or you are a professional. Okay? Done? Now, what do they want? Now, connect this, what do they want, with the word you circled. So, for instance, if you circled fear, okay, that's your key, fear. What would they want? They would want to maybe become fearless. Maybe they would want to go so strong that nothing can touch them. Maybe they want to be able to, be able to have light around them all the time because they fear darkness. Because something happened to them, so they fear darkness. So they never want to be in darkness. So they always want light. So no night. There will never be night. Why? Because in night, things happen that I'm scared of. So I will not let night happen. There will always be daylight. Yeah? Because if I'm scared of night, I'm sure others are scared of night. How many of people are scared of the night? Night, darkness, total darkness. You'll walk into the darkness, total darkness, nothing around in the forest, you'll just walk. I am scared of the night, right? So I'll say no light, no darkness, only sunlight all the time, 24 hours. Why? Because others must also be scared. I must protect them. Right? Got it? See where it starts? Okay, so what do they want? What's their want? What's their big want? Connected to the word you circled. If you circled arrogance, connect your want to that. If you connected it, you circled fear, connect it to that. Questions? We've gotten our time shrunk down to 1 hour, so I'm running through things. If you are stuck, if you're not sure, please ask me. Otherwise, I would have sat with some of you all and we would have worked a little more. but we don't have that time, unfortunately. So please work with me. If you're confused, raise your hand, we'll sort it out. What do they want? Your villain, what do they want? What's that big dream that they have? What was Thanos' want? What did Thanos want? Why? Why did he want the All Stones? Why? What did he want to do with it?
He wanted to make a new one.
He wanted to make a new world. Why? Because he believed that the old world was? Yeah, go on. Was boring. It was not boring, but yeah, sure. What was Thanos? Come on, you've seen that. You've seen the Avengers, right? What was Thanos'? What did he want? Why did he want those stones? Because he wanted to create a new world. Why did he want to create a new world? Because the old world was had to be destroyed. Why? Because it was chaotic, because there was a lot of injustice, because humans had become corrupt. They did not, right? And so he said, we'll restart. We'll restart. We'll create a new universe where all of this will not exist. Right? Similarly, what does your villain want? Please keep the door closed, yeah? There's noise coming in from outside. Yeah. What does your villain want? What's that big thing that your villain wants? You have something?
Ultimate power.
Perfect. Is it connected to the keyword? What's your keyword? Injustice. So your villain wants power so that how connected to this injustice?
You can set up some order. People should be under control.
Okay. Injustice. If your villain has absolute power, which is fantastic, how would it take care of injustice?
It will decide the law and order for everyone.
Okay, how will it ultimately take care of the injustice? In his head or her head? But you're there. Absolute control so that there is law and order, so that there is no injustice. No one will face injustice in the world I will create. Right? Is the reason why the villain wants absolute power. Not because he or she wants to become wealthy or wants to beat people up. No. Why? I will ensure no injustice happens. I have to do it. No one else will do it. Right? And then you have a villain with a powerful motive. Yes, sir.
Yes, my villain, of course, wants to be very rich in reality, and
2060. Okay. What do they want? Why do they want to be strong? What will they do with the strength? Think about it. If they have a lot of strength, what will they do with it? But they are not. They don't think they are bad. In their mind, they are not bad. They are good people. The villain is Black Goku is a good person. In his mind, he thinks, I am a very good person. If I have a lot of strength, what will I do? Okay, let me share an example. I thought I'll do it after you have worked a little, but let me share it. Okay, this will help. Okay. So I've written this, which will help you get a little idea about how this works. So the villain in my story is Tara Dongre. Okay, Tara Dongre. She's 14. She's from Nagpur. Okay, and she can control the weather. This is a futuristic story. This is based in 2100. Okay, she has learned how to control the weather. So there, in 2100, people learn different techniques, processes. Okay, so they can manipulate various things. Her job is to control the weather. She's in charge of the weather department, right? So she is right now an 14-year-old intern working in the weather department. She can control the weather, her department. Okay, it is 2100. Now, What Tara wants to do is there is a sun in the sky, an artificial sun that has been created, right? Because the entire earth is now covered with clouds because of some reason. So they haven't created an artificial sun which is controlled by them so that life can continue as normal. Okay? What she wants to do is the sun is what gives power, electricity. The place she lives in is very poor. They do not get much power because the sun is hardly ever there. So what she wants to do is she wants to bring the sun over her house, over her neighborhood, so they can have more electricity. Okay? Why? Because her younger brother needed help. He was injured. But at that time, there was no one who could help because no one had electricity. Why? Because her neighborhood hardly ever got electricity. Most of the electricity went to the powerful, rich people. So she faced injustice. And she said, this is not right. My brother suffered because we did not have electricity. Why? Because the rich were heating their water, were having air conditioning, whereas we did not have even electricity to take my brother to the hospital. This is unfair. I will change this. Is that injustice? In her head, is she wrong if she wants more electricity for her neighborhood? Is she wrong? No, she's not. Right? So, what is she thinking in her head? This city, we're talking about 2100, right? We're talking 75 years later, right? So, it is not the Nagpur that you have right now. Correct? How old will you be when in 2100? All of you all? Okay, so it is not this Nagpur. You have to imagine a Nagpur in 75 years later. A world 75 years later. That is my story. Okay? What does she say? I will change this. Adults do not know how to run this world. I know better. They do not see the suffering we go through. I will make them see the suffering that we are going through. Not just will I make them see the suffering, I will do something about it. What will I do? I will move the sun in a way that my neighborhood gets more electricity. I will change the setting of the sun, the artificial sun. And that is what she decides to do. So she climbs up the weather tower where the settings are for the artificial sun. Her friends try to stop her saying, don't do this. Things can go wrong. She's like, if we do not do this, we will continue to suffer. I am tired of suffering. I am tired of seeing my family suffer. I am tired of seeing my friends suffer. I will not stop anymore. She hits her friend who falls off and she goes up, goes to the settings of the weather and changes the setting so that the sun is now a lot more over her neighborhood and the other poorer neighborhoods than it was before. What happens because of that? Because of that, there is a power fluctuation. The other places where the sun is needed to take care of, maintenance of the city, there is no longer power there. So the entire city collapses. And everyone blames Tara. You are the one who caused this chaos. You are the one who shut down the city. And she says, you are wrong. I did not do it. You are all blind. You are all ready to sacrifice so that you had this much only. What I was trying to do is I was trying to give you more, but you did not support me. You did not help me. If all of you all had come with me and you had helped me, we would have been able to get a little more and this would not have happened. It's your fault. You are used to be suffering and therefore whatever has happened to the city, not my fault. And they throw her out and she says, I will take revenge on this city. Why? Because instead of understanding that I was trying to help them, they threw me out. I will destroy them. Okay, so it started with this small thing. I am suffering injustice. Let me do something about it. And it went all the way to I will destroy the city because they wronged me. I am the victim. Got it? That is the villain. Now she has a powerful villain who is going to, now someone has to stop her. So now you need a big hero to try and stop Tara from destroying the entire world. Got it? So now I want you to try and do this in your worksheet. Helps? This helps? Okay. You have a worksheet? Start filling it. Let me know wherever you start. So, what do they want? So, in my story, what does Tara want? She wants electricity for her neighborhood. Okay? So that, like her brother suffered, others should not suffer. Right? So, write the same thing for your story. What does your villain want?
Oh, great.
So what does he want? Sunlight. Okay. Yeah. So why do they think they deserve it? So the first question that you answered is what do they want? Next question is why do they deserve it? So in the case of Tara, why does she think she deserves it? Because she says, like the others, I am also a citizen of this city. I am also, equally hardworking. I contribute. If they can have all the electricity that they want, why can't I? Is she wrong in thinking that? No. So similarly, I want you to write down in your story, what is the reason they feel they deserve what they want. So if you are saying that they do not want darkness, okay, you might want many things. I might want many things, but do I deserve it? They think they do. Your what's her name? Aman thinks he does. So why does Aman think he deserves as much sunlight as he wants? No darkness. Why does he want it? And why does he deserve it? Yes. Yeah. Once you're done with page 1? Have you done with page 1? So here, okay. What is your keyword from fear and arrogance and injustice? Which word did you choose? Injustice. So now, if Sweet has been through injustice, what does he or she want? It's a girl or a boy? Sweet. So what does she want? She's been through injustice. Like Tara, I told you my story. Tara, she's been through injustice. Her brother had suffered because there was no electricity. What does Sweet want? What is it that she's been through, and now what does she want? She wants to make another Earth. Fantastic. So that's what you write. She wants to create another Earth. Okay. Then why do you think she should get that Earth? Okay. So here you write she wants to make another Earth. It's a fantastic idea. And then you mention here why do you think she deserves to be able to make that Earth? Okay. What? Okay. And then there's something she's missing. Like in the case of Tara, what she's missing is, however flawed that entire system is, there's a check and balance. Right? If I take the electricity from here and just randomly throw it anywhere else, the entire system will collapse. She does not realize that everything has to have a check and balance. You can't just randomly change things. Okay? So similarly, she wants another Earth. So mention this, she wants to make another Earth. Then, why does she want it? Okay, good. This is a good idea. Okay. Next. What do you have? So that he can play. Yeah, because so that he can play the entire day. Yeah, no, that's fine. He wants to play the entire day. He can't play in the dark. If he has sunlight all the time, he can play in the dark. 24/7. Fantastic. What is he missing? What's the blind spot? What is he not realizing about this. There's something is missing, something is not understanding. Right? What's that? If this happens, some trouble will happen. If there's sunlight 24 hours a day, what will happen? What will happen? So this is what will happen is what will I do? If it is 1 minute, hold on. You I done with page 1? Okay. Sure. This page 2. On page 2. 1 minute. Okay. Oh wow. You're way ahead of the rest. Super. Okay, what you have to write here is so when Tara went up there and she took the artificial sun settings, changed them and took them elsewhere, all mess happened, all chaos happened, the system broke down. What will people say? People will blame her. So here they will mention, you have to write down what are people saying about her? Her best friend, her parents, her neighbors. What will they say about her? Tara, why? So this is speaker is you have to mention your mother, father, neighbor, teacher. Then what would they say? So if Tara, if they would, the parents would say, if only we knew Tara was going to do this, we would have stopped her. We would have not let her, go up the weather tower. But her mentor would say, teacher would say, if only I had not taught her this well, if I had not made her so good, she would not have been able to control it. It is my fault I made her so good. So they will all have various things to say. The neighbor will say, she was always like this. Always mischievous, always, trying to create trouble. She was always like this. You should have stopped us before. People will make statements, right? So what will they say about your relevance? This is basically what is the, in your case, if there's sunlight 24 hours, okay, what are the problems that will occur? That she is not noticing this. Yeah. So you have to, from the other people's perspective, right? So like I was saying, Tara, Tara goes up, changes the setting, the sun, artificial sun now is no longer moving in a particular path, it goes randomly to wherever she has asked it to. So it goes to one neighborhood, spends 2 hours there, goes to another neighborhood, spends 3 hours there. So the system is chaotic. So now everyone is suffering. So what will the parents say? The mother will say, oh, if only I knew Tara would do something like this, I would not have let her out of the house. Okay, now look at what has happened to the entire city because of Tara. I should not have let her out.
One by one.
What would a friend say? I tried to stop her. I told her, don't do this, Tara, don't do this. But she never listens to anyone. Okay, so your story, what would people around her say? Yeah, so here you have to write who's this person, mother, father, friend. And then what will they say? In one line, what will they say about her? Sorry? So, she wants another. What will happen if there is another? No. So, waste as in garbage on that. So all the garbage from there is on that. Then?
There are natural people who the waste on the road
She does not like that. So what does she want to do? Garbage there. So they can throw the garbage on the other earth. Not on this earth. So she wants to have an entire earth that's a wasteland. Why not? It's an interesting idea. So people have been thinking about this, right? They've been thinking about throwing the garbage into space. So you take a rocket, fill it with garbage, and you throw the rocket into space. So the waste can, everything will burn out. So you have another idea. You make another earth, take all the garbage from here and throw it into that earth. Fantastic. Very good idea. What will be the problem that will happen if you do that? On that planet, on that earth. It's a second earth, right? And you take all our garbage, all our dirty things and you throw it there. What will happen there? That is what she's not thinking about.
Yes.
Got it? Huh? Oh. Thank you. Yes. So this is, I've given an example of what someone could say. So someone would say, I wish they had just told us to, or I didn't think she got that far. So similarly, what would the mother say? What would the teacher say? What would the father say? In your story, whatever has happened, what would they say? You can write whatever line you think should go. Good. We started late, so no problem. Yes. Why do they want to take on power? So that you will be helping people. Right? So, if he takes all the power, what will happen? What will not work? This fills up when you can. Ultimately the main thing is the last bit. That's the amount. When you can, just fill it up. If you can, just share with the team later. Okay. So, what will, this is very right. So, this is an example. I've given an example of what. So, what is your story? What does he want? He wants to take the source of evil. Why? He wants to get power. Why does he want the power? Why does he want to destroy the world? What's his reason to destroy the world? Why does he want to destroy the world? Like Thanos wanted to destroy the world because he saw that there were a lot of people doing wrong. And he's like, it's gone on for too long. I will change this. This corruption, this injustice, enough of it. I will recreate the universe. Why does your villain want to destroy the world? All of your villains are not small. They just want to make some minor damage. They want to destroy worlds. Everyone destroy. So why does he want to destroy the world? Why? Very important. Why does he want to destroy it? Because she does not like humans. Fantastic. Why does she not like humans? What have humans done to her that she does not like them? Because humans do wrong things. So she's had wrong things done. So she's like, I don't like humans. I will destroy it. Good. Now, what's your question? Here, what will people who know her say about this? She's now on her way to destroying things. Okay, she's destroying. She's destroying Mumbai. She's destroying New York. What will people who know her say? Her teacher, her mother, father, friends. What will they say about her? If I was to take this and I was to break this, what will they say about me? What is wrong with him? We called him for such an important event and instead of helping, he's destroying. We will not call him next time, right? They'll say something like that. So for your villain who wants to destroy the entire world, I'm just destroying one screen everyone's talking. What will people say if they're destroying the entire world? They will not have anything to say. What will they say? कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे ना, क्या कहेंगे? What will the father say? What will the mother say? Friend, neighbor. Okay? You have to write down what will they say. Yes. What is your story? What do they want to do? They want to take all power. Why do they believe they deserve all the power? Is what you write here. I deserve all the power. I must have all the power. Why do they think they deserve it? Yes. Yeah, so this actually the printing is a little off. What you have to do is whatever you written till here, you have to turn it into a comic. So you have to sketch. It can be a line sketch. So what you do is here you draw 4 parts. So this 1, 2, 3, 4 that you just did behind. This 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. No, sir. No, it's okay. Thank you. So, what they want is what they want. Okay. Then, what is stopping them? Who's stopping them? So, in the case of Tara, what does she want? She wants to control the setting of the sun so that she can get. So, what I will do here is here I will show her trying to climb the tower for the setting, right? What is going to stop her? Her best friend will try and stop her. Rehansh will try and stop her, saying, no, Tara, don't do this. So, Tara is trying to climb up the tower and Rehansh is trying to stop her. Okay? Then, what will she do that will change everything? She will push Rehansh and Rehansh will fall. Right? So, this is where she does for the first time something that hurts someone. Why is she doing that? Because she believes Rehansh getting hurt, her best friend getting hurt, is a sacrifice worth doing. Why? Because Nagpur 2100 should get electricity, everyone should get. That is more important than Rehansh. So in her head, she is doing the right thing. She would never have hurt Rehansh. But right now, what she wants to achieve is much more important than her friend. So now in her head, she is becoming the villain. But she is not realizing this. Okay? And then what happens because of that? Rehansh is hurt. He's hurt physically, his legs is hurt, his friendship is broken, and Tara ends up messing up the entire city. So that is your fourth panel. Okay? So you draw something, and whatever you need to write, you write. Okay. So now, what you do here is you start writing down. Now you start detailing it, right? So what do they believe they're right about, right? Then, but they're wrong, right? So as you keep detailing this, it becomes easier and easier eventually for you to get to this point where you can fill this. But if you think you understood the villain enough, you can actually just straight jump to this. Because if you understood what you want to do, then what you can do is straight jump to this. And just work on this. Right? So here, one, what you're mentioning is this. You know, what do they want? So you show your villain in action. Okay? So like I said, Tara is climbing the tower to try and change the setting. So that's what I show here. A tower, Tara climbing and getting to the setting for the artificial sun. Then the next is what or who tries to stop Tara or your villain from getting what they want. So her best friend is trying to stop her. In your case, someone has to stop her and say, don't do this. This is not you. 3, they're like, no. And they will push that person away or do something. Shoot that person, whatever. But they are now on their way to becoming a villain. And 4th, what are the consequences? So what you do is you can sketch a break. You can write a break. Okay? So that becomes your something that you can show. Okay, so let me here you will see that there are these other people's perspective. Okay, so it says he did it because he had no choice. I didn't think she'd go that far. I wish they just told the truth. What is this? This is examples of what other people would say about them. What I want you to do is, I want you to, for your story, think of a couple of people. Like in Tara's case, Tara's parents, Tara's neighbors, friends, people who live in her neighborhood, they all know Tara. What will they say about Tara? Like I said, mother will say, I should not, if I had only known she's going to go and change the setting of the artificial sun, I would never have let her out of the house. What will the teacher say? I should not have made her such a good weather worker. Had she not been such a good weather worker, she would never have been able to figure out the settings and change the artificial sun settings. Right? So everyone will have something to say. The neighbor will say, she was always like this. Tara always never ever cared about anything other than her own opinion. Right? So likewise, in your story, for your villain, there will be people who will have something to say. Log hain, kuch to bolenge. So what will they say? That is one. Okay. After that, the last part of the exercise is 4 squares. Okay. In those 4 squares, in the first square, first part, here, what you do is you draw. It can be line sketch, it can be written, anything is fine. But you draw something. What do you draw? You show, in my story, I will show Tara climbing the tower, the setting. Okay? Got it? I'm talking about this 4 squares. Okay? In the first one, Tara is going to be, in my story, Tara is climbing the tower, which changes the setting of the artificial sun. She's climbing that tower. Okay? Let me try and draw it. I'm very bad at drawing, but let me try. So, can everyone see this? Can everyone see this? Okay. So, this is my first. Here's the tower. Okay? And Tara is climbing up. And this is where the artificial sun controls are. Okay? So, in my first frame, Tara is climbing up. In my second frame, Tara's here. Reyansh flies in using his jetpack and says, Tara, stop. Don't do this. This will mess up everything. So, both of them are in a fight. This is someone is trying to stop her. So, in your story, first, you show who's your antagonist, your villain, whose story. So, you show what they're doing. In here, you show them being stopped by someone who cares for them. Don't do this. This is not who you are. So, your Reyansh is trying to stop Tara. Okay? 3. For the first time, Tara does something that changes everything. What does she do? She pushes Reyansh off. Why? Because she believes that the sacrifice that Reyansh is making, that the sacrifice she's making is worth the future of her neighborhood, her people, her family, Reyansh's family. All of them deserve a better life. They deserve more electricity. They deserve, things that they are not getting today. And if for that I have to hurt Reyansh, it is okay. I will hurt him. For the larger cause. So here is where Tara starts to become a villain. Okay. Until now she's been thinking, I'll do this, I'll do that. This is first time she's taken action. Here is where she takes action that starts to define her as a villain. Okay? 4, Reyansh is fallen, his leg is hurt, his leg is fractured, he is upset, the city of Nagpur in 2100 is completely collapsed because there is no electricity in where it is required. it's a messed up. Who's responsible for it all? Tara. Tara is asked to leave the city and go away. And she decides, I will destroy Nagpur 2100 because they do not deserve me. And now she is a supervillain. Okay, now Reyansh has to become the hero and he has to stop her. That is your next part of the story. But you have a very powerful villain. Okay? So like this, I want you to design your own villain story. I'm sorry, I'm very bad at drawing, but I think you get the point. Yes? Any questions on whatever you can understand about this? Okay. Okay. So, what is the name of your villain? Adarsh. Okay. So, Adarsh's parents, Adarsh's friends, Adarsh's teacher, what will they say about Adarsh? Stop. So, you say, stop doing what you're doing. This is not right. Those kind of lines. Okay. Yes. Yeah, you can take it. If you draw it, you can see it. If you have to leave, no problem. You can do it later. But if you do it now, I can have a look at it. It's up to you. If you have time, otherwise it's okay. You can do it later. What does your believe they're absolutely right about? What's? Is that?
I was late, so I don't know. I think this was supposed to be built on the story.
No. It's just we started late, so otherwise I think she's done the work really well. No, that's right. So basically, we're creating villains who believe that they're right, like Ravana or Thanos or Hitler. So she's done a good job. She'll tell you what is to be done. You can follow her. Oh, she completed it. Nice. So photograph learning, are you okay? Why don't you guys stand with this and? No, that's okay. If you're okay, and just if you want, just ask them to give you the photograph as well. Good. Yeah, you can take it on your mobile as well if you want to. So this is really nice work, yeah. See this? She's completed it. She's not a villain. Super work. What's your name? Nivedita. Please applaud Nivedita for the work done. Fantastic. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Sorry, madam. Good job.
Yeah, sure. Smile.
Show this. Yes. Thank you. Come. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. You had fun. Super. All right, dear. Thank you so much. Yes. So, long delay. I want us to make another. Why do they think that making another earth is great act? What is that? Okay. You have to explain the logic. Why do they think making another earth is a fantastic act? What do you think? Sure. No. Right from here, once you're done, here till evening. Maybe in about half an hour. You can finish it up at 8 minutes. And you are around. किसी भी तक है 11 ठीक है if you can or you can take my number and you can send me call me. So you just email will give you my number. Yes. What? She wants to make another Or why does she believe she is right in doing that? Right? Why does Tara believe she is right in changing the setting? Why does she believe that? Why does Tara believe that going and changing the setting of the artificial sun is the right thing to do? She believes that. Why? Because I've shared now. Why? What her brother went through, what her family is going through. She wanted to bring power, electricity to her people because they're suffering, right? So she thinks what she's doing is right. Why does your sweet think that making another earth is the right thing to do? Yes. Why does she think I'm right? I should make another earth. What is the reason that she believes is the right thing to do? Is what you write. The blind spot is that Tara thinks that if I change the settings, okay, my neighborhood, my home, my friends will have more powerful electricity, right? But what she does not realize is if she changes the setting without realizing everything, it will end up messing up the entire system, right? So you need water, you need electricity to run the hospital. You need electricity to take care of the water supply. You need electricity to take care of, so many things. The traffic signals, everything needs electricity. If suddenly I take electricity away, what will happen? If I take away electricity from the hospital, if I take away electricity from the roads, if I take away electricity from the dams, if I take away electricity from the government offices, from the factories, what will happen? Suddenly, I just pull it all out. What will happen? Exactly. But she does not realize that because her understanding is half. That is her blind spot. Yes, otherwise it's correct. Yes. Got it? Yeah? Did you get it? Yeah. So she can't see because she does not know. Yes. So what else? Who's saying this? So right, mention father, mother, who? Mother. Okay. What will her friend say? What will the friend say? What will be the teacher? Friend, teacher. What will friend say? What will teacher say? Arre, wow. Good job. Who's stopping? No, Goku. Who's stopping? Who's trying to stop Goku? Why? So Priyansh is Tara's friend. Priyansh is trying to stop Tara. Why? Because Priyansh is like, Tara, don't do this. You're a good person. Don't do this. It will hurt everyone. Right? So why is oh, you're also done. Super. Get a photograph taken, huh? Who's trying to stop? Both of you have the same story? He copied. You copied. We copied. Who copied? Same. So why is he stopping him? Who? Villain. So he has to try and stop Goku. But Goku ends up okay, I'm coming back to my story. Tara's climbing up to try and change the settings of the artificial sun so that there is more electricity. Reyansh is coming to her using a jetpack and says, Stop Tara, don't do this. Don't change the settings of the sun. You are not realizing what will happen. And Tara is like, no, get away. I will do this. You don't understand. Reyansh tries to stop her. Tara pushes him. He falls. This is where Tara has for the first time taken action as a villain. What happens? Reyansh is injured. Tara goes up, changes the setting. Hospitals collapse. Traffic lights. No electricity. Water supply damaged. Entire city is in confusion and chaos. So this is the fourth. Yes. This is not for you, this is for others. This is for others who read this to comment. Not done. This is your work. Now others will read this and they will comment. Saying, wow, love it. So it's your comments. Change the. You stop. You try and stop. Very nice. I like that. Okay. So at last happened. What happens because of this? Night changed to day. Yeah. Tara has changed the settings. What happens because of that? Reyansh is injured. City, electricity is everywhere, nowhere. Somewhere there's too much electricity, somewhere there's no electricity, hospital there's no electricity, schools there are no electricity, roads there is no electricity, lakes, water control there's no electricity. Entire city is in confusion. Why? Because Tara did what she did. So this is the consequences. So what is the consequences of this? Yes. Panel 4 is the consequences of the action that was taken by your villain. What happens because of that? In this case, Tara pushes Reyansh, goes on, changes the setting. Reyansh is injured, their friendship is broken. City no longer now has proper electricity in the places where it needs to. So the school, the hospital, etc. do not have electricity. And because of that, the entire city is in a mess. Okay? So, that is the consequence of what Tara has done. People ask Tara to leave the city so that she can no longer stay in the city. Why? Because she messed up. And she's asked to leave. She says, I am going because you are pushing me to go out, but I will come back and I will destroy every one of you. Right? So now she has become, from a villain, she has become a super villain. Yes. Good. Done. So, for what now? What will happen after this? Imagine, no night, no day. You know what happens while we eat day and night? If only there's only sunlight, 24 hours. What will happen? What will happen to plants? What will happen to animals? How will they be able to sleep? And all the water will start to evaporate because there's sun all the time. So much will happen. It's not so simple, now. So this is what you will write here. Here you will mention all the things which will go wrong because of the fact that now there is sun 24 hours everywhere. So because of this, so many things will go wrong. That is what you will write. Water, animals cannot sleep, etc., etc., etc. Okay? Understand? Good. Take your, ask them to take a photograph with this. Done? Yes. Yes, sir. इसके आगे भी तो बोलो. Which grade are you guys in? Which grade are you in? Which class? 5th. So you were 10 years old. 10? 11. Why do they want the galaxy? Because he wants to stop the injustice in the world. Okay, very nice. Okay, here what you have to do is you have to write down what. So, in the case of Tara, what she does not realize, or in her story, she wants sun 24 hours, no darkness. Okay, ever. So there's sun 24 hours. Raat hogi nahi. What will happen if there's sun 24 hours, no night? What will happen to the environment? What will happen to birds, animals, plants, water? If there's sun 24 hours,
They will start dying.
water will start drying up faster. Will birds and animals be able to sleep? If there is day all the time, no night, will they be able to sleep? They will not be able to sleep. Will trees be able to survive if there is only sunlight all the time, no night at all? Will we be able to manage humans? No. But her villain does not realize this. What she's thinking is, "Arey, good, no darkness, no fear. There's no night, so I don't have to be afraid." But what she does not realize is, doing that will have consequences. But she does not have that knowledge because she has never studied what would happen if there was no darkness. Right? Similarly, in your story, he wants the entire galaxy. What does he not understand about what will happen if he gets that? What are the consequences? Nuksan kya hoga? That he is not understood. With me? Or you can, if you want this, you can ask. What you can do is you can take this and you can what you can do is you can have some of your friends read this and comment. They can read this and they can comment. I like it. Very interesting. So you can ask a few of your friends to write down their comments. Ready to go? Good. Okay. If anyone wants my comment, come to me. I will read it and I will write something. You can have others also go through it and जैसे आपको ठीक लगे सबका आगे इसको भी गाना है आगे
नम्रता
इसको भी फोटो लेना है
फोटो खींचेंगे फिर भी आ जाए फोटो खींचेंगे आप भी आ जाओ अनाइता का
मैम आप भी आ जाइए
लिखना वायर इसको लिखिए
कुछ नहीं होता बेटा, फोटो भी ले लो। फोटो लेने भी लाया ना
नहीं थोड़ा नीचे बैठ छोटी
कुछ बच्चे नीचे बैठ जाओ, ठीक है? बाकी सबकी फोटो
लेकिन अपना पेपर सामने रखिएगा ताकि वो आ जाए।
हाँ
मैं भी आ जाती हूँ सर एक
Thank you.
धीरे 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 वेट वेट लेट धीरे एक करके
Did you all have fun? Did you enjoy the session? Okay, thank you so much everyone. Thank you Saurin sir for having with us. It was a pleasure hosting you. Thank you so much.
Where